Hey Gemini, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. This may be a bit closer. Okay guys, so August reading. Let's see what's in store for you. She has come up for every single air sign. When I started air signs, I was like, yay, different energy we're working in. But then the whole of the air signs are the same. It happens, obviously, obvious reasons, but still interesting. I'm using the Lucy Cavendish Fairy Forest for the main deck, and for the top three, and the main deck is the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra and Taylor. I'm really terrible with names at the best of times, but it doesn't matter how many times I say it, I will still forget. Okay guys. So we are starting with Ethel Lane. Yours is in reverse, so it is a bit different kind of energy. She's normally nobility, grace, and gratitude. I feel like during this time, it is kind of opposite energy for you. In the sense I feel like perhaps you're being a little bit reckless and in that Leo energy of passionate. So this may be a time when you're actually kind of feeling less graceful about things, I would say. I feel like you feel like you're in a space of stubbornness. I feel like it's kind of getting the sense of you feeling like you're right. Like it's kind of, it doesn't matter what anyone else says, thinks, or feels. I feel like you are very in this I'm right kind of energy. It feels kind of stern, kind of stubborn, and it is giving me I want to say moody vibes, but it's just more of a sense of you feeling like you're right. I do feel like this could be a positive kind of feel, as in a drive, as in you know where you're at, so you are feeling stubborn within that energy as well. It's giving me both kind of connotations of it being a positive flow of you trusting and knowing that you are right and feeling like it doesn't matter what other people think. And it could be that other people have opinions on something and so you are being stubborn against them and not even really acknowledging their opinions. So it can be good and bad, depending on the situation. But I do feel like it has that perhaps being a little bit too stubborn. So be wary of that. Caring connections. So I feel like this is a great time for relationships. And this, with that, as I was saying that, I feel like it could be for perhaps you're in a relationship and there is an outer source that is either disapproving or just bringing something to your attention that you are kind of just dismissing. Like, I know how I feel, I know what's right. So you're not kind of acknowledging that. And that's the positive I feel in this, actually. I feel like you are trusting in your own vibes around this and not in other people. So trusting how you feel. It is a great card and it's actually a very supportive card. It's caring connections is about having that support. It doesn't necessarily mean relationships. It can be any form of relationships around us, but it does give me that loving vibe. And I definitely get this kind of sense of a new connection for some of you. And this, again, being that it might not be understood by other people, but to you, you have that connection there and you are choosing to kind of see what's blossoming there, which I'm loving that. And I feel like you are being supportive within a relationship, or within your relationship. So again, if it isn't love, I just feel like you are in a really good stance of you being a supportive person. So my son just woke up from a nap and came to see us and left. I do feel like you are feeling stuck as well here. Again, I get this kind of sense of someone disapproving. I do feel like you are stood in your resolve and it's making you be in a very powerful position of standing by your own, and being that support. But I do feel like, again, it's giving you this sense of feeling stuck. I'm getting this resistance here. There's a resistance somewhere within this situation, but you feel very much dominant here. And again, I get this sense of you being supportive. I'm loving that. Being supportive of those we care about and we love, or relationships that we have, is great. But do be wary of you being restricted within this. Don't restrict yourself for this, because I feel like it could be kind of leaving you in this sense of limbo, of you not knowing. Because I feel like it's like putting other people before yourself. So even though you're being stubborn, I feel like it's like being noble, in that sense as well, which is kind of actually what Etheling's about, isn't she? She's about being noble, and I definitely get that sense of you being noble here, but I don't feel like it is 100% a positive thing. I feel like there are negative aspects to this. So way of going, be strategic. I feel like being mindful, have a plan of action, and make sure you are really making decisions based on logic here and not just feelings. So face the facts. It's kind of the action with this. We literally have strategy. This is a great time. Strategy is a great time to be moving forward with actions and taking action, but it is using logic to move forward and using facts and not just really going with our feelings. And I think all tied up is all about feelings. It's about feeling restricted. So with that strategy and logic thinking, the way of stopping that is by facing the facts and going through with the knowledge and not just blindly going forward with feelings. Hope that makes sense to you. Sorceress, rituals, power and will. She's upright for you. So I feel like you are really growing something here, and it's really entwining in all areas of your life. You are attracting what you desire. You're attracting what you put out there. So be conscious of what you put out there. With that stern feeling of feeling that kind of like a negativeness, be wary of what you're putting out there. Make sure you're putting out the right signals so you're attracting the right things back to you. Because I feel like this is a very powerful time for you to manifest. We're going through the Lion Gate energy here of things kind of shifting and changing. And we are attracting what we want, what we are putting out there in the world. So make sure you're being really kind of be very conscious of what you're putting out there is what I want to say with this. Walking away. I do feel like there is something you're walking away from here. And this is why I want you to be conscious with it. Because I feel like what you're walking away from can be very productive. This is a great card that's telling you to walk away from things that no longer serve you. So make sure, again, consciously acknowledge what is not serving you and what is not in your best interest in these areas, because I feel like this is where your balance is, I want to say, is in making the right choices for yourself. But you are powerful during this time, and I feel like you are being noble with these caring connections. I do feel like you are on the positive side of what is right for you. I know I feel like I'm going to and fro with this positive, negative aspects of this reading, but it's literally throwing me all these things, all these feelings within me that it feels really constructive. But I want to also be really kind of proactive in choices. Facts, logic, strategic, less on the feelings and lighty, airy stuff, because I feel like taking action during this time is your best aspect, best interest. Community. Great times. So by walking away and making the right choices for yourself towards new beginnings, if it needs to be, towards what is, again, what you desire, your goals, your aspirations, it's bringing that community aspect, your tribe, it's your people. And I do feel like when I said there's this kind of restriction, this kind of, I feel a disapproval, moving away from that energy may be the right choice. So this is like, I'm going to use the scenario like I do. Like, for example, you get in a relationship and your parents don't approve. Now, we could, two ways here. We stand by the person we love, or we stand by the person we love. Our parents, right? Sometimes parents it's not in our best interest. Being a parent, I'm a parent myself, you want the best for your kids. But also I feel like when they come into adults, I have young children, so this is not applied to me, but I feel like I can see that when they're adults, you've got to let them make their own choices. But what if they make the wrong choices? And if you feel, I think some parents can't disassociate from that when they think their child is making a wrong choice. Instead of letting them make their mistakes and being that supporting role through their life, because they're living a total different life to us, they sometimes can cling and, make the bad choice of not supporting their son, daughter. And I feel like by, doing you will attract your tribe and your people, even if that is walking away from somebody who you love, it's hard, but I feel like that could really be a positive choice and creating this balance for you. I do feel like this is a time for you where you are really cool. This is the stubborn, making right choices for yourself, but you're passionate, you're driven. Great choice, great time for you to be making good choices. Trust in yourself. What's up, Bugs? Okay, Mummy will come and make you a drink in 1 minute, okay? Well, more like 10 minutes, but I'll come and make you a drink. If you just wait a second. Elf struck. Enchanted, beguiled, and expelled. So again, I feel like this is a time when you will not be fooled. I just feel like you are on top of your game, and you're just not in this energy where people can mess with you. I'm loving it. Powerful time for you, Gemini. I just feel like you are not fooled by people putting on fronts. You are seeing clearly, and this really logical thinking, I do feel like that's channeling through you, and it's not about just how you feel. I feel like you can see the bigger picture during this time. Angel of balance, I feel like that's what you're seeking actually. I don't feel like you have balance at the moment, because I do get these twos and fros coming from you. The angel of balance is here to say, you know, it's time for you to start creating that balance and bringing that into manifestation, because it's something, an area of you to focus. I feel like I do feel like a relationship could be a big focus for you during this time, but it filters out to kind of all areas. As I say that, it's just like there is more, and I kind of feel like I want to tell you there is more. So let's go bigger picture, let's make it big. Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, here we go. Third eye. So we're talking about the third eye here and being out of balance. I feel like there could be third eye work to need to be done. You might not be feeling very intuitive during this time. So even though you're on top, this is the stubbornness. I feel like you are not really seeing something clearly. Like the messages are not coming through clearly. This could be the sense of being more logical than going and trusting your gut. I feel like you are taking facts at face value during this time. Don't trust a man is what I want to say. We have a man holding a coin in reverse. I feel like financially this could be a negative thing. My little boy. It's come up a lot. The masculine energy. It may not be a man, but I definitely feel like there's a masculine energy. Maybe it's a dad. Maybe it's a husband, partner. Something here about not trusting masculine energy during this time. Definitely feel like you're not listening to your intuition around this. Again, because I feel like you can't trust in the feelings, but your guidance is to trust the facts. So if you feel like you can't trust your feelings, you feel like you can't intuitively know how you're feeling, trust the facts, and that's how you'll get through this. Again, I feel like you will not be fooled during this time. You have that elf struck. You are not elf struck, right? You're seeing things clearly now because you're taking things on face value. You're not just trusting in your feelings. And I feel like that is the guidance here for August for you, is not to focus too much on the feelings when making decisions. And I feel like that will attract your tribe. And with that community as well, coming from this level, I feel like you have a massive level of support, Gemini, around you. And they're the people you should be leaning on while you're walking away. But you have that support. You're in control here. Put out what you would wish to attract and you will receive. Thank you so much, Gemini, for being here. I'm loving that reading for you. Please comment below if you have any questions and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much and I'll see you next month.